Tubies! This is Psychic Bob. I tell you, Psychic Bob's having a busy, busy day. I have literally been in readings all day, back to back to back to back. But I love it. So I'm late in getting this video out, and I'm doing it in between readings because after I finish, I got more readings, and then I got a special announcement. Tonight, Psychic Bob is going to be live, and you can call in and speak to me. I'm on a radio show, a webcast tonight through therealitywhisper.com. Brad Johnson, wonderful medium friend of mine, called me, says, "Say, Bob, I want you on my show." I said, I would love to be there. I've been so busy, I didn't get this out till now. So anyways, make time for it. If you want to see me live tonight, we're doing a webcast. And if you go over to realitywhisper.com, I'll put the links in the box below. You can tune in live and hear, and I think it'll be video cast too. You see me also. So I'm going to be there doing live interview and live readings for call-ins to the show. So we'll have all that information in the box below, but come out and see me tonight. Promises to be a wonderful time. I'm looking forward to it. Well, here we are. It's Tuesday, and that means time for messages from the spirit world. And for those of you who are new here, we've had a lot of new people. I want to say welcome to the newbies. This is a Tuesday tradition here at Spirit Channel. Every Tuesday, I answer questions from viewers. So people write to me. They put questions in the comment box below, or they also write me at my website at robert-hickman.com. Excuse me, well, that's my website. But the email is readings@robert-hickman.com. You can send your letters there or put them in the box below, and we'll make sure to answer your questions. Anyways, I'm getting hundreds of requests, but we're going to take some today and go through them. This may not be as long as I normally would have for my video, but as I said, I'm back-to-back readings and then the show tonight. So we're getting it in, so say Bob didn't forget you. But before we get into all the letters, give me just a moment and let me attune to the spirit world. Okay. I hear my spirit guide Fletcher. He says hello. All right, our first letter today is from Jenna C. Hello, Jenna. And Jenna writes and says, "Hey, Bob, over a week ago, I got into a minor car accident." Ooh, I hope you're okay, hon. It was very sudden. Since then, I haven't been able to find my car keys or license, and I've looked everywhere. Is this coincidence, or am I just not meant to drive now? Is someone protecting me? Hi, Jenna. Well, you know, I have to tell you, from a spiritual place, there are no coincidences. Sounds like you're okay. Luckily, you came through that accident. But, you know, when something like this happens, a few things happen. First of all, just the jarring shock of being in a car accident, whether you're hurt or not, puts an impact on the etheric body. It creates a kind of a little indent in the spirit, a trauma mark on the spirit. So one of the things I want you to do is, first of all, take a bath in salt water. Just put like a half a cup of sea salt in a bath and soak. This will kind of clear off the trauma off your aura, bring you back to balance. Okay, so you want to remove that indentation in the aura. Okay, in regards to your keys missing and your license, that's not a coincidence. That's actually a sign from spirit. Spirit wants you just to kind of heal, collect yourself, and then you can drive. I feel it's just about another week or two till you start driving. But I'm glad in a sense you've had this time off because you can heal your etheric body. And these keys and this license disappearing, this was done by your guardian angel. And, you know, the angels sometimes step in to do that. They have a higher plan. And they know that if you just started out driving right now, you might have an even worse accident. So they're protecting you, and I would just say thank you, angels, okay? You have an angel around you named Michael, who's one of your guardian angels. This is not Archangel Michael. This is a different Michael, but he's around you. So Michael's the name of your angel. And just tell him thank you. And tell him, say, when I can drive again, bring back the license, bring back the keys. And I tell you, they'll come back. So don't try looking for them because you won't find them. This is really kind of in Spirit's hands, okay? But I do see you driving in about a week to 2 weeks. And I see you doing just fine. I don't pick up any further danger, okay? Now, that's provided you work with your angel, okay? So ask them to be with you. Thank them for your protection. And you're going to see it all comes back into balance. But, you know, to answer your question, no, there are no coincidences. Everything for spiritual people is by divine order. And you're a spiritual person, okay? Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Aesthetic Sloth. I love that name. And they write, Dear Bob, I was wondering if you see anyone coming into my life that I would connect to on a spiritual level. Yeah. You know, I want you to watch November. I pick up somebody coming. This is a male. This is not a romance, though. This is more of a friendship. I get a male around you, a little older, about 3 years older than you. But I feel that he has a background that's very spiritual, very connected to like meditation, may have studied Zen. But I get somebody coming in, this male, and I feel like you meet him, and you're going to laugh when I say this, but it's like you're at a restaurant, and they're just at a table next to you, and you see them reading a book, and you're like, wow, that's an interesting book, and you start talking. But it looks like it's around November when you make that connection. And I feel like this person is ready to have a friend in their life, too. So I want you to be open to making a connection to a male about 3 years older. It's going to be a friend for you. And I do see a connection at the spiritual level. Okay? Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is from Cameron A. Hello, Cameron. Cameron says, Bob, what will my first boyfriend look like? And when will I meet him? And will he come from another country? Thank you. I love your videos. Hi, Cameron. Good questions. In terms of romance around you, I'm not seeing anything right at the moment. It's going to probably not be till the new year, till around January. I get a male here, a kind of tall, thin, blonde hair, short, looks kind of Nordic looking. Like the guy has very striking features, very sharp jawline, very beautiful facial structure, very sleek, very, very strong body. In terms of when will you meet them, as again, that'll be around January. And I keep getting this connection at a party. It's like one of your friends is having a party and you're there and they're there and you just connect. So it's around January. Might even be a New Year's party, interestingly. Not sure on that, but it does in January, okay? And it's interesting, your question, will he come from another country? Actually, no, I see him being American. But what's interesting, I believe his family may come from Sweden or Norway. He has a very Nordic look. And so I believe on a psychic level, why you're asking is that you're picking up that energy already. You feel this person's coming and you're picking it up. They're not actually foreign, but their family does come from Europe. So they're European background, okay? So keep me posted. Thanks for writing. All right. Our next letter is from Mina Lori. And Mina writes and says, Psychic Bob, do you see anything in my love life? I love your channel. I hope you pick my question. XOXO. Hi, Mina. Thank you so much. Hugs and kisses to you. In regards to your love life, it's not till June of 2016. I know you're thinking, Bob, that's a long way away. Now, that doesn't mean you can't go out with people, but what I pick up is that in terms of a real stable emotional commitment, it'll be around June of 2016. I see a male entering your life at that time. Dark hair, kind of stocky build, very, very muscular. They're very trim, nice body, a little shorter, but very nice looking. Dark hair. very intellectual, and also very spiritual too. I feel like, like they can sit and talk about Wall Street 1 minute, and then a few minutes later you could switch the conversation to yoga, and they're down with that. So I see that connection, and I see you meeting them through a girlfriend. There's a girl around you as a friend, and I see you making that connection um, through them. They say, "Oh my God, you got to meet my friend." The name has a B in it, so it might be Brad or Brandon. I keep getting this letter B around them. If it's the last name, it could be Bradley. I'm not sure on that, but it's around June. It's a male, dark hair, stocky build, nice looking. Okay. Hope that helps. Thanks for writing. All right, our next letter is from Claudia Porter. And Claudia writes and says, "Hi, Psychic Bob. I love your channel." Oh, thank you, hon. You're sweet. Are there any messages for me? And who are my spirit guides? Very good. Well, first of all, Claudia, let me tell you, when I step into your frequency right now, I get two colors around you. I'm getting green light around you, and I get purple light. Green light means that you're starting new. I get a sense of real fresh beginning, new life energy around you. I feel like, this last year for you, you've been kind of, done. You're ready for a new start. And I see new life energy around you. It's kind of a grass green color, which means like fresh beginnings. I also get purple around you, which tells me that you're opening your psychic self very much now, and you're really open to spirit. This is wonderful light to have. So it means you're opening your crown chakra, your channel, okay? So I want you to know these colors are in your aura. They're very predominant right now, and they're leading, and encouraging you, step into your new beginning, be open to messages and guides from spirit. In regards to your angels and spirit guides, I do pick up around you three different people. One of them actually is Archangel Raphael. He's around you. He's working with you for some emotional healing. So he's one of your guides, Archangel Raphael. You also have two other guides around you. These are interesting because they look to me to be twins. They're twin girls. They're like sisters, and they're dressed in Victorian clothing. And I keep hearing the names around them. It sounds like Mary, and the other name I'm trying to get, it's Alexandra. Mary and Alexandra. Fletcher just confirmed. He said that's right. Mary and Alexandra. But they're twin sisters, and it looks like they died in the late 1890s. But they're around you as the spirit guides. When they were alive, they were very psychic. Had they lived, they died when they were about 14, 15. But had they lived, they would have gone on and become the psychic twins of the Victorian era. But they're around you in spirit, and they're going to be bringing messages to you. So I pick up these two guides, Mary and Alexandra, psychic twins of the Victorian times, okay? But they're with you, okay? Hope that helps, okay? Keep me posted. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Sailor Mars. That's a great name. Hi, Sailor. Sailor Mars says, "Oh, Bob, rumor has it that I'm an old soul. Can you tell me about an interesting past life?" Hi, Sailor. Yeah, you are old soul. But you know what's interesting now? When we talk about old souls, it's not always the number of the lives. Some people say, "Oh, well, they had a lot of lives." It's the quality. Because, when I step into your vibration, I don't get as high of a number as I sometimes see around old souls. But it doesn't mean you're not an old soul. It just means that you've had more intense lives. I pick up the number 35 around you, meaning you've had 35 former lives. But they were pretty intense lives, okay? Your most recent life, which was actually the closest, you actually died in the 1950s. You were a teenage girl, but you got in with a gang, like a beatnik gang, and it was like rough girls. And you died actually in a car accident. Everybody was drinking and driving. So that's how you died in your last life, okay? Now, you're back because you died so young, and you're definitely going to, this time I don't see that problem around you. But you have another life, when you say, what's the one that's really interesting? That life, your most recent, isn't to me your most interesting. You actually have one earlier than that, which was also in the Victorian times. And you were actually a prostitute. I know you're like, what? Now, listen, you are a good person, and prostitute's not necessarily an evil person. Jesus hung out with prostitutes. But you were a prostitute, and you were in London, and you had a young daughter, and you said, I'll do anything to make sure she doesn't starve. You grew up in a lot of poverty in that life, and you really struggled. And, you never got out of poverty until you to become a prostitute. You ended up working down in the area where Jack the Ripper was. And many of your friends were unfortunately killed by Jack the Ripper. And you would brave. You went out every night. You were really close. One night, Jack Ripper actually propositioned you, but you had a bad feeling, and you said, I'm not dealing with him. So you have a past life connection, like you were almost a victim. Now, the good thing is you were very smart, and you brought over that energy of street smarts and wisdom. So you got that coming over from that last life. And what's good about that other life is even though you were a prostitute, you ended up marrying a very high-class gentleman. He was involved in the banking industry, and you ended up getting out of poverty. And nobody ever knew you were a prostitute. In those days, you could just move to the next town and start over. And that's kind of what happened to you. So you moved outside of London, and you were suddenly the respectable wife, and you had a lot of money. And I bring that over because you have in one of your life themes is an advocate theme, and that means that you're going to help people who are in bad positions and downtrodden. Because after you got out of that life of the streets, you realized that you had money to help change other lives, and you actually did save a lot of girls and get them off the street. You gave them jobs working in your mansion because you had a lot of money, and you helped them get jobs and rehabilitate them, get off drugs. So you got some good karma there, and that's a life I think is very fascinating. Anyways, hope that gives you a little bit of insight. Thanks for writing. Well, guys, listen, Psychic Bob's going to keep this a little short today. I am on a mega schedule, but I want you to come out tonight to the radio show, to the podcast, webcast at therealitywhisper.com. I'll put the link below. Definitely check it out. Come and see me. The show, by the way, is 6 p.m. Western time, West Coast time, 9 p.m. East Coast time, and every time zone in between there. It'll be on the hour. So whatever 6 p.m. Pacific is for you, match your time zone, and that'll be what time it is. Okay, so like I'm on the East Coast, it's 9 p.m. But we're taking live call-ins from listeners tonight, and they're going to do an interview with me. And I'm looking forward to sitting down with Brad. He's an amazing person. Hope that helps. Thank you for being here. I love you guys. Thank you for your wonderful support. I send you my blessings. And we'll be back here tomorrow on Wednesday, so be back here for Wiccan Wednesday. Blessings to you. Good night.